Thank you for joining us today in this virtual school assembly. My name is Elham Fardad, and I am the CEO and founder of the charity Migrant Leaders. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I am in my 40s, married with two wonderful children, and I've had a really rewarding career as a director in big companies for 23 years in GE, News Corp, and Ernst & Young. But life wasn't always this good. When I was 18, I was just a young migrant with challenges such as visa, family breakup, no money, and no hope. But I knew one thing. I knew that the way to my success was going to be through education. I knew that I really would like to go to university. But I had a problem. I had earned, throughout my teenage years in the UK, I had earned and saved £4,000 by teaching maths, selling perfumes, and things like that. But because my family had broken up and I had a younger brother, I felt that my mom was going to need that £4,000 more. So I decided that I would give that money to her. And once again, I was penniless. And as a foreigner student, as a migrant, I wasn't entitled for my tuition fees to be paid. So I had to convince the city council to treat me as a home student. So I decided that I would camp outside Birmingham City Council for 3 days in a row until I can convince someone to count me as a home student so that at least my tuition fees would be paid and I could then work in a restaurant or something like that to pay for my living expenses, such as my rent and food and books and so on. So I camped outside Birmingham City Council offices, and on the first day, I watched each person go in and out of the building. And it was as if I wasn't there. Nobody noticed me. So I went home. But I decided that I've got to be persistent. I've got to come back. So I came back a second day. And on the second day, I realized that I had to gather the courage and talk to someone. So I went and said to a lady who was about to go into the building, I said to her, "Hello, my name is Elham Fardad, and I need to speak to the decision maker." I had just studied A-level economics, so I had learned about the concept of the decision maker. So I thought I'd better sound posh and intelligent and use that word. She looked at me a bit weirdly, probably thought I was mad, and she went back into the building and I never saw her again. Realizing that that didn't work, I went home. But being a bit stubborn or determined, I came back on a third day. And this time I decided I will say it like it is. So I stopped a gentleman going into the building and I said to him, "Hello, my name is Elham Fardad, and I really need to speak to somebody who could help me be counted as a home student so that I could go to university." And he understood that. So he said, "Let me see what I can do." He went into the building and didn't come out for 10 minutes. During those 10 minutes, I was already thinking about plan B and plan C. Plan B was I'm going to camp outside here for a month if I have to, until someone says yes. So luckily, it didn't come down to that. And he did come back within 10 minutes and took me to a colleague. And the two of them listened to me. I said to them that this is my situation and I really need to be counted as a home student. That will be a lifeline. It will be an incredible opportunity because I get to go to university and get myself out of this situation I'm in through good education. And they said that they would help. And a few weeks later, I received a letter that said I will be a home student and that my tuition fees will be paid. That was the most important letter that I have received in my life. Because of that single opportunity, I got to go to university, finish a degree in accounting and finance. And a few years later, when I had qualified as an accountant, I landed my first financial controller job in GE when I was 25 years old. And the rest was history. So Because of the memories of the hardship and adversity I went through, and because of that single opportunity that somebody gave me, I realized how special young people are. That when given opportunities, they grab them and do something special with the opportunities. And because of that, 3 years ago, I launched the charity Migrant Leaders, which is for 16 to 25-year-olds. And those who join us, apply to our program and get in, they get three things. So I'm going to show you by sharing my screen what our program is about. I hope that everyone can see the screen that I'm sharing now. So when a young person applies to our program, what do they get? They get three things. First of all, they get a mentor. We have more than 500 senior mentors from 95 big companies, as well as organizations and public sectors such as the NHS, doctors, engineers. So we very carefully match the mentors to your aspirations as young people. Each young person is different, where their strengths and capabilities are, where their aspirations are, what they want to achieve for the future, what challenges they're facing right now. So we match the mentor depending on the mentor's character, the industry they come from, and the job that they do. So we match them to the young people. Another bit that is really important and very useful in our program is the work experiences that young people get with the companies that we work with. Our corporate partners are Anglo-American, Kantar, Smith& Nephew. These are FTSE 100 companies, which are the biggest 100 companies in the UK, and they are international businesses. Each of them is specializing in different things. Anglo-American is an operations and mining company that works globally in Latin America, South Africa, and the UK. Smith & Nephew is a science and medical products company. So there are lots of engineers and doctors, as well as other support functions in Smith & Nephew. Kantar is a really brilliant business. They've got almost 40,000 employees around the world doing marketing consulting and creative industries for corporate clients. So we give you different types of work experiences through our workshops, conferences, virtual internships. No matter where you come from in the UK, you can participate in these opportunities. As well as this, Migrant Leaders designs and develops our own workshops and conferences as well. We have our annual education conference, which helps young people apply to universities. We help you specialist support with we give you expert support with others who we have partnered with, such as Varsity Scholars. And we have expertise in helping you write your personal statement and university applications. So our education conference does that. And we have other conferences as well that our mentees can attend throughout the year. So I guess the question would be, who can apply to our program? And there are all sorts of applicants. You would have to be between 16 and 25. To begin with, we started the program for first and second generation migrants, but we've now opened up the program to young people of disadvantaged backgrounds, regardless of their ethnicities. So a white British young person who comes from a disadvantaged background can also apply for our program, because we want to be inclusive and we want to help all deserving young people. You would apply on our website, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But if you go on our website, you will see examples of some of the students who have applied to our program, and some of them in our report on our website joined 2 or 3 years ago. So you can actually begin to see the results that our program has delivered for these wonderful young people. And I'm going to leave you to look at that in your own time. So this is the Migrant Leaders website. It's www.migrantleaders.org.uk. This is our homepage. All our videos are in our impact report. I am just opening our impact report, and I believe you can see the same impact report I was just showing you. Good. So as you navigate the impact report, you can navigate here and you can see some of those videos here by clicking on the impact report. So the videos that we were about to show you, you can go in your own time and see from our impact report. So going back to our website, the way to apply as candidates, as young people to our development program is to go to the join page, apply as a candidate, and you can click on candidate application form and you can apply here. I ought to really explain that we are not just looking for academic performance. We will be asking you about the subjects you do, the grades you got, in order to help us give you the right mentor and for us to be able to advise you about your career. But we also ask you 4 or 5 questions so that we can understand a little bit more about your potential and your aspirations, hopes, and dreams for the future, so that we can help you through our program. So basically, this is where you apply. And there's also application guidance in our digital zone. You can find a candidate in the support section, a candidate application leaflet. So candidate application information, which gives you a little bit more information about how to apply and what the program is about. So I'm mindful of time. I'm going to stop there. Hopefully that gives everyone a little bit of an idea about why I started this charity. What does it do? What do young people get when they apply to the program? And also some resources that you can go to afterwards to learn a little bit more, find out a bit more about the program and to apply for the program. So thank you very much for your time this morning. And we look forward to seeing all of you.